Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hobby Lodge. So I thought I'd do this now. I was going to wait until the new year, but I figured I've got a spare bit of time. I'll stick everything out on the table and we'll take a look. So what's in front of you is everything that I've painted this year being 2021. I actually thought it was going to be a lot more because this year has felt like I've painted a lot of stuff, and I think it's because I've done lots of little things rather than last year I did some quite big projects. So there's actually only 201 miniatures on the table, and honestly I thought it was going to be double that. It really has felt like I've painted an awful lot this year, but you know, I'm still really happy with the result. We got through a lot of stuff, so I thought I'd take you through some of it so you can see. At the back here we have got the game Silver Tower and Shadows over Hammer Hall. So all the miniatures that came in both of those games are all represented here, and there are some of the additional heroes that you can use. There's the Gaunt Summoner at the back there, and a bunch of the stuff that comes in the box. Now you might be thinking, oh, they're mounted on clear bases, and that's because the game is very tile based, and I liked being able to see the tiles through the miniatures bases, so that's why I went with this method. So yeah, that is that game. And then coming down, we've got some kill teams that I painted up. So we have some Grey Knights here, we have some Adeptus Mechanicus, we have some Thousand Suns, a random Orc boss, and then a D&D miniature that I 3D printed of a dwarf in a wheelchair from Diversity Miniatures. Coming over here we have what is the beginnings of the Blackstone Fortress game. So I haven't finished this project yet. It's on the list to do, but this is what we've got done so far. So one of the heroes, some of the bad guys, the drones, the monsters, but there's a lot more to do in there. At the front here is probably the most recent project really, and that is the Wild West Exodus 3rd edition. So we have the Enlightened and all of their crazy mechs, and then the Union in the sort of, you know, very military styled units. Okay, on from that we went a bit crazy with Warhammer Underworlds. So I did many different warbands for that game. So some elves, some Tzeentch, some ghosts, some undead zombies, you know, dwarves. I can't remember all the names off the top of my head, but you'll know them as soon as you see them. Vampires, the lizard men or the seraphim, the Slanesh, the big old troll. This one here, this is Moonstone. So this is another new project I've been doing. I've only just recently started doing this, and these are some of the miniatures from that range, the Moonstone range. I'm really happy with how these guys have turned out. Then another big project that I was really proud of was the Super Fantasy Brawl game that came out. This is every hero painted from that game that's currently been released. These were a joy to work on, really nice miniatures, and they painted up really nicely. Good chunky features. Came out really well. I'm really happy with these. And of course at the back there we have Archeon, the largest miniature I've ever painted. Not just this year, but any year. Again, all done with contrast paints, and actually didn't take very long to paint at all, frankly. So really happy with that. So yeah, I'm sure there's little bits and pieces I've missed. I'm sure there's been the odd miniature here and there that I have painted that's not on the table. This is all what I could remember and what I'd taken photographs of. I must admit, I'm not always great at taking photographs of everything. I kind of finish a miniature, put it away, or play with it, and then, you know, forget that I did it. So this is everything I could remember. 201 miniatures on the table, all painted in 2021. Let me know what you think. Anything there that grabs your attention? Yeah, and then next year we'll crack on with more projects, because it's not like I'm short of them. There's still plenty more to go. Give us a like, hit the subscribe button if you fancy doing it. Tell me what you think of the models. Yeah, and thanks very much for watching. I shall see you in 2022 with loads more project stuff. Bye bye!